I'm trying to find out how to appeal this trespass order. Even though it's not an order, I contend that it's a letter. But I was trying to find out how to appeal it because I was never offered the opportunity to be heard in this matter at all. Nobody ever asked me what my side of it was, nor did I have any opportunity to defend myself at any sort of a hearing. I'm to the understanding one would need an administrative law judge to do something of this nature. It was done by the previous city attorney. I'm told there is no internal appeals process for this. So I would like to know how to go about having these things no longer misinterpreted, such as this no trespass order, similar to the way that the pat-downs were abandoned because there was no authority for those. This piece of paper is being enforced.
Just tell me what it is you want to do.
I would like you guys to stop arresting me for trespassing when it's convenient.
Okay, but what do you want me to do right now?
I would like to know how the mayor feels about this. Nick Otis is the city attorney.
Mm-hmm.
However, he's also had himself listed as a victim in a LaPorte Police Department report where I'm being prosecuted. So Nick Otis is a conflict of interest. I don't know why he's still handling these matters. I've tried to have it resolved through the legal department upstairs. I've also tried to have it resolved at Newby, Lewis, Kaminsky, and Jones. I'm told that the one attorney out of the 12 that they have over there that's under contract with the city of LaPorte, the one attorney that they have that is conflict of interest is the one attorney that I'm allowed to interact with. And he seems to be not really concerned with my civil rights, such as Fourth Amendment right to not be subjected to illegal search and seizure, my 14th Amendment right to due process.
I still am just,
If there's no process,
you and I we've had many conversations. I still don't really know what you want me to do. What is it that you're asking for me?
I would like the city of LaPorte's opinion, not your attorney.
Well, the city of LaPorte's not going to give a legal opinion without
No.
unless it comes through our
And that's
city
the thing
attorney.
is, he's telling me there is no internal process to appeal this. So, I need somebody for the city of LaPorte to understand the basic common sense principles of America, that it's not a real no trespass order because it's not a real order, because it didn't go through any sort of process to give it authority. It's just some woman typed it up while I was already being arrested for trespassing while she was hiding in her office. Mm-hmm. And it's not even dated correctly. But here in America, I would have some sort of right to appeal that, as well as to be heard prior to it being enforced.
So, I mean, I don't know anything about any of that. I don't know what the process is.
How do I talk to somebody who does? I'm asking about the process.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. But if there is no process, what do you mean? Who do you talk to about the process?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is how there is no process, but it was enacted. I'm trying to figure out, is it just an attorney you hire, not even somebody that works for the city of LaPorte, somebody who's contracted by the city of LaPorte?
If he's contracted, he works for the city of LaPorte.
I've tried explaining that to him. He doesn't understand. I'm just giving Nick Otis's information the benefit of the doubt, your counsel. Anyway, he insists that he doesn't work for the city of LaPorte, but he is under contract. And that's what I'm trying to figure out is the city of LaPorte going to respond to the consequences of your guys' actions? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. If there is no process to enact it, how is it enacted? Because I've inquired about the process that took place to put me on a trespass order. I'm to the understanding there wasn't one. It just happened all of a sudden on one person's whim. I'm asking you guys to exercise the basic common sense as a municipal corporation that it was done not the correct way. So maybe after this long of amount of time, this many times of it being dismissed in a courtroom, stop trying. Or arrest me every time I come in the building. Because I've tried to do that too. I've tried to explain to the prosecutor that I should be prosecuted for like 200 more times where I supposedly trespassed every time in the building, correct? It just seems like it's twice.
I think it's like you want it one way, and
no, I want to know what way it is.
Asking me a question, but I don't know what you want from me, and I'm not having you arrested. I'm not calling anybody. I don't feel threatened.
Well, I don't see any reason for you to be threatened or call anyone. I agree with that. But what I'm trying to figure out is where you guys gave yourself the imaginary authority to do so.
What I'm trying to figure out is why can't you just come in the building, ask for what you want, and leave.
I did do that. In February
then
5th,
what's the problem
2019.
then?
I believe the problem was that I was recording with a camera, and it was
No,
called
no,
a
I don't mean
concerning
Something that
encounter.
happened in 2015. I mean, right now, how is this affecting you if you're coming in?
I'm being
out of-
prosecuted for trespassing with some sort of make-believe court order, which I believe is no...
So then, can't this be addressed in court then? If you're being prosecuted for it.
If you
then
guys would
can't
send it to a
be-
court, that'd be great.
But you said you're being prosecuted, so
Yeah,
I thought that
again.
meant you were in court.
Yeah, I am.
Well, then whatever the outcome of that
I
is
mean,
what
you
it
could
will
call
be,
it
isn't
prosecuting.
I don't.
4 out of the 5 judges have recused. I'm in like the 3rd prosecutor. It'll all be dismissed. Nobody wants to deal with your guys' problem, so they just shuffle me around courtrooms and different people handle it. But once so
And
much
I'm not
time
trying
goes
to
by, it
argue
just
with you.
gets
I'm just saying,
dismissed.
if it's in the court process, then why don't you just let it be
Because it could
resolved
all
there?
be wrapped up like that if the city of LaPorte just admitted that they handled something the incorrect way, and then they kept lying to cover their original lie. If you guys could just...
Nobody's lying.
I mean, Rebecca McQuaid was definitely hiding in her office, and there's definitely no adjudicative process
Well,
for this.
how can you say that she didn't feel threatened? It's just like if
Because
you,
she waited 549
I'm
days
saying
to say
that
so.
if you walk upstairs and you feel like you're being reasonable and you ask Kareem for something and she feels threatened.
Right, I think you guys are really misinterpreting what feels threatened means.
No. I'm saying that you don't
I
get
don't
to say
think-
what it is.
I
Just
think
as
that a
much as
reasonable
I don't
person-
get to say no. I don't get to say what makes you feel uncomfortable. You don't get to say
You
what
guys
makes
have told me
feel uncomfortable.
quite a bit that the things that I say make me feel uncomfortable are irrational. You guys have even called it violent speech. I mean, you guys have completely misinterpreted all the information that I voluntarily provided you and told me how I feel quite a few times. The city of LaPorte has definitely done exactly what you're telling me not to do. What I'm saying is that a reasonable person would call what you guys have done incorrect or the wrong way, because there's not a whole lot of information that would back it up. Everything I keep asking from you guys, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm offering you the opportunity to prove that you guys went through some sort of lawful process to do this. That I really am some sort of crazy, threatening person like you guys have claimed that I am. It's not that I'm just accusing you of taking a complaint and then burying it and then having the police respond every time because you say me asking for public records is threatening, or me quoting Indiana laws that we're all held to as threatening. I mean, I think a reasonable person sees right through what you guys have done.
Okay. Then when
and-
you're in court, then that can be determined. I don't
It will.
know.
I mean, I don't really think that's realistic. I think it's... I think as public servants, you guys would serve yourselves better by acknowledging the truth and reality of the situation, or back up your claims. You can do that, but it'll never actually see a trial, which is what you guys are insinuating. Just tell it to the judge. No judge wants to hear it. But they don't want to throw you guys under the bus, and that's the thing, is they're not actively helping you, but they, the whole good old boy club, like everybody around here is related to somebody, you're like number 2 to Lake County around here. But I mean, it's not hard to see that whole justice system thing that you're referring to is bought and paid for. Everybody knows who runs everything around here. I'm an out-of-towner, and I figured it all out. But long story short,
Thank you, Tom.
Sure.
highly unrealistic.
Here?
Yes. It's for a reimbursement.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
See you later.
Anyway, that's sort of what I was asking about, is if you guys could just come clean. Or, I mean, we can continue to do this. I can get falsely arrested. I'll never plead guilty to something I didn't do. The city of LaPorte, through its,
You're fine.
tax money, can pay Nick Otis $175 an hour every time I drag you guys into another civil case, which, heads up, you got 2 more coming.
Okay.
But anyway.
I feel like at this point, I don't know what you want from me. You're gonna have to do whatever.
I'd like to speak with the
whatever-
mayor. You're the person that I'm supposed to talk to make that happen. You're the gatekeeper. I no longer want to speak with Nick Otis because
the mayor is
he's not
going
handling
to
my
speak to
business correctly. I don't think he is. I know. Nobody's going to own up to it. You guys keep doing this attorney
Well,
thing.
the mayor's never going to speak to anybody who wants to talk to him about a legal matter.
Right.
No
and
mayor.
and you
Ever.
guys determined that it was a legal matter.
And you say you guys, but I am not you guys, and the
The
mayor
city of-
doesn't
the city of
determine
LaPorte.
anything about legal matters. No
Have I
mayor.
sued you
I'm
for any of the things that I'm referencing?
mayor's office.
Anyway, I can see we're getting nowhere, so
I'm not
you
sure
have
what
a
you
nice
want.
day. I want you guys to tell the truth and be honest.
I
That's what I
have
want you
never
to do.
lied to you one time.
Well, I mean, I think you're aware of other people's lies, which makes you just as culpable. If I don't call the police on the guy that's selling heroin next door to me, I'm just as guilty as that guy selling heroin. I think that you guys are responsible for each other. You work together, and I can't know everything. You would know clearly more about what's going on in this office than I do, and I know there's definitely a few things that are off. So I would give you the benefit of the doubt that you've been here for quite a time. You know exactly what's happened. You could expose it, like many others have.
You just called me a liar. So
No, I'm
I
not
don't
calling
know
you a
what
liar.
Yes, you
I'm
did.
saying you're a silent bystander,
No, that's exactly
which is.
what you did.
But you have lied quite a few times, yes.
No, I haven't.
Video does not lie. I know that. That's why you guys spent $20,000 on them. Anyway, video would prove that you have lied quite a few times.
But you got a great method of getting people to help you.
No.
It's
I think you guys have misinterpreted the whole catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
I've always
I'm still
treated
trying
you
to
with
catch
respect.
flies.
I have always treated you with respect.
You've lied in several police reports, and video would prove it.
I
Yeah.
have lied in a police
Yeah.
report?
I'll bring it to you if you would like. We can sit down over coffee. I'll buy you a cup of coffee and prove
No,
it to you.
I would prefer not to have any interaction with you.
Okay.
In this office, if you come in and you have a request, I will fulfill it.
Okay.
But as far as any interaction with you as a person, I'd prefer not to.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have never sought out any personal interaction. I
You have
strictly
called my
seek public.
personal phone. You have told told me on my phone that you know where I live.
No. I called you and told you. I see. I recorded that anyway. But
So did I.
That's great. You should. You have the right to do so in Indiana. It's a one-party consent state. Anyway, I simply called you to inform you that Nick Otis provided me with your confidential information, and he shouldn't have. I anticipated that you guys were so terrified of me that you'd run off and tell the police, but you didn't because
I'm
you're
not terrified
not
of
really
you.
threatened of me. But you've said that. You're quoted as saying that. At least maybe the police lied about what you said to them. It's quite a rabbit hole.
All right.
Anyway, you have a good day.